Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 5 p.m. session of Awaken the World's A Day at the Monastery, a 12-hour live retreat. Today, Saturday, November 17th. We started this morning at 8 a.m. and we're carrying right through until 8 p.m. this evening. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Jennifer. Nice to see you. How are you doing this evening? We had a lovely supper, and we started on some of our mandala coloring. I corrected the spelling there. And so this is an idea of what this is all about. And these are beautiful, mountable, almost cardstock material, and they come in all these magnificent patterns that you can. This is the one that Kelly was working on. And we found this little kit after Christmas last year for about $6. And it came with a nice supply of pencil crayons, of which a bunch are out right now. I'm going to get this up into the screen. And it came with this book that has over 90 of these little tear-out cards of various mandalas, all of them uncolored. And of course the idea is you go ahead and color them. And it's amazingly therapeutic. And as I said to Kelly, you'll notice while you're coloring and paying that close attention that your mind goes quiet. And I'm just going to put these over here. So certainly and Jennifer doing better. Well, that's good. I hope you weren't doing too badly to start with. And we're glad that you're better. And of course, if there's anything we can do for you, let us know. Please do. And here I go again with the wrong one to start with. So back to this. So, we started this morning, and the focus of today's day at the monastery is really about dealing with the most difficult part of ourselves, and that comes in our own judgments and our own condemnations, those things which we heap upon ourselves. And it is that place we must begin to understand and to develop compassion. We've gone through a few exercises already today. The first couple primarily concerned with looking at our past judgments, looking at the things that have happened to us in our lives, and being willing to readdress these circumstances and see with wider open eyes. Not to judge ourselves, but to come to an understanding that at the given time, wherever we are in our awareness, whatever moment we're in, we are exercising the amount of conscious awareness we have available to us at that given moment. And our vision corresponds to that. So, beating yourself up over choices you've made in the past, holding on to guilt, holding on to fear about making choices again will never serve you. I saw Kelly lift her cup up. I thought she was giving me the wave, but no, it was just her taking a drink. I'm like, oh, did I miss something already? So, the whole point of today is to be gentle with yourself, to look and see how indeed all those things that we judged as horrible in our lives, although we may not want to go through it again. I know for myself there's many things I do not want to go through again, but I am grateful for the experience. At the very least, what I am doing is I am saving all the future incarnations of my higher being from having to go through these lessons by living them right now. This is part of pulling together that picture of the magnificent oneness of our being. We can start just with ourselves, and we can say, okay, if I am indeed this highly powerful spiritual being having a plethora of experience through various consciousnesses, there we go. That's a lot of consciousness. And, through various life forms, conscious life forms, in an eternal evolution of growth, then indeed, whatever I am doing and experiencing in this life is providing benefit and growth for all the other manifestations that I am part of. And this happens with ourselves and with us at a global level, at the level of our whole community, our human community. The self-immersion that we've engaged in today, the looking within to realize the deeper truth of our existence, to let go of our judgments, to choose instead to have compassion for ourselves and for all others around us. And it all begins with you. It all begins within you. The compassion that the world needs is within the one. You know, our wars on our planet are simply ego writ large. It all begins with the war within the one. You. The war we have between what we would call the two opposing forces within our existence, and they are not opposing, and they are certainly not good and evil. They are the forces of our natural world and all the natural things that come up out of that. And then and that is a result of the forces going on in the realm of consciousness, in the realm of spirit. And those two forces intermingle and come together and produce our relative universe, produce our unique experience here. Sandra is also here. Nice to see you, Sandra. Glad you can make it. So we were just discussing the exercises and taking a deeper look at ourselves, understanding that it all begins with us. The way we choose to view first ourselves and then the world through our perceptions. So really, this is a journey of mind and beyond mind, reaching from the small mind of ego into the cosmic mind of the higher self, into that one mind. There is no gap. There is no distance. There is no place to reach. You are already there. It is simply the deep realization, and that is what we are working on together today. So there's going to be one more final exercise, and we're going to discuss that exercise, I think, after the meditation, and then we're going to meet back here again at 7 p.m. tonight for one additional discussion on the last of the exercises and an additional meditation leading up to the end of our day. The point, of course, being that you have taken time today to reflect upon yourself. You've taken time today to allow yourself to heal a little bit from the wounds that can be perpetrated upon us in that elusive illusion that we would call Maya, the physical realm. The deep understanding that indeed nothing is perpetrated on you, but that you are indeed sharing in this experience with the whole as part of the whole, offers an awesome responsibility and an awesome experience, an awesome choice to make. And the choice is, of course, to allow yourself to see yourself, to see the whole of you, the wondrousness of you, the one-of-a-kind, unique life that you have lived, which provides you with a unique outlook and offers you unique gifts, which you then can give back to the whole. So with that, if there are no questions regarding the exercises, or if anyone is struggling with any of the things that are going on with them, of course, we can discuss it here. You can message me in private. We'll make the time. We really will. For now, then, we will go to our meditation. And today we are going to, or this evening actually, since we've meditated several times today, we're going to use Ogam Satyam Om. And what we're really doing here is we're talking about aligning ourselves with ultimate reality, with divine truth. We're tuning our receiver transmitter, that mind, to be in a more harmonious state of existence with the reality of our existence. You know, we always fight up against what is. We always fight up against where we are at. Accepting where you are at. Allowing yourself to align with higher consciousness. Allow yourself to experience the absolute truth, the divine reality of your being. And this is a simple process. It is not something you can force upon yourself. It is indeed training the mind and making the space. The space that grows between the thoughts. When that space grows large enough, the grace of that sea of consciousness pours in. But first you must empty the vessel. There must be room for that sea of consciousness to fill you up. So tonight we meditate, we bring ourselves to that point. We empty our cups. We make the space for the absolute truth, divine reality, to fill our being, to tune ourselves to that divine vibration. I will switch us to the candle here. And this evening we will return to the rolling surf, the divine waves of infinite loving light that are always crashing upon the shores of our awareness, reminding us, holding us, letting us know that there is an infinite pattern to our existence, an infinite purpose. We come together and sit again at that gateless gate. Time and space cease to have meaning as we are brought into each other's presence through the conscious choice to come together and meditate. Ogam Satyam Ogam Satyam Ogam Satyam Om I choose to align myself with ultimate truth. I choose to let go of unnecessary thought patterns. I choose to empty my cup, a ready and waiting vessel, to be filled with divine light, divine awareness of the truth of my existence. Ogam Satyam Ogam Satyam Ogam Ogam Satyam Ogam Satyam Ogam Again, we will gently allow those divine waves of light to sink deep within the recesses of our consciousness. When you are ready, you may gently open your eyes. Ogam Satyam Aum. The space we create within ourselves, the opening that we create, that alignment within to allow the flow of information, the conscious flow of love and light. You know, another one of my favorite Enigma songs is called Following the Sun, and the lyrics literally will bring me to tears. As you're looking up at the myriad stars above, the line in the song asks you, and it's going to break me up just saying it, because I feel it. It's there. It's there for you to feel. The question is asked as you're gazing into the cosmos. Do you feel the sigh of love? And it gets me every time, because that presence, that sigh of love, and I am without my Kleenex, it would appear, that sigh of love is with us all the time. It's always audible. It's always there. Oh, thank you, honey. Is that yours or a new one? Semi-used. Well, it's a good thing it comes from my wife, right? And this will be mine now. It's true. There is this sigh of love to our entire existence, and we don't hear that sigh when we are caught up in our mindset, when we're caught up in the noise, caught up in the confusion, when we're lost in the illusion. The cacophony of sound drowns out that sigh of love that is always there. Meditation, aligning yourself with cosmic truth, with divine reality, allows you to become aware of that sigh again. And I've been meditating for so many years now that when I meditate, I just go there right away. And it is a beautiful place to be. It is a place we all exist at all times. This is the final lesson for this evening. We're going to be live again at 7 p.m., about another hour and a half from now. And in the meantime, this is the last lesson. This lesson is not easy. This lesson will show you much on top of what we've already done today, if you can be honest with yourself, if you're willing to go through the work with yourself. For this lesson, I want you to write a 2-page letter to the person who has caused you the most suffering in your life, according to your mindset. I want you to be open and honest. I would ask that you consider what we've spoken about so far, about judgment, about understanding from a higher place. I would ask you to consider condemnation, which goes hand in hand with judgment. I would ask you to consider compassion. I would ask that whatever state of consciousness you are in right now, pick that one person, that one sticking point in your existence, and write a 2-page letter. You don't have to give them this letter. This letter really isn't about them. This letter is about you. Try not to think about it. Perhaps allow the sound of a mantra in your mind and allow a more automatic writing process to take over. Allow yourself to spill your guts, to get it all out, to look at it. You may condemn, you may hate, you may judge, then you may pull back from that in the next paragraph and speak of compassion. It doesn't matter. This is about you. Let it out. Let it all come out today. One person, one event, one situation in your life that is stuck in your craw. It's time to begin to heal that. That starts with today, right now. This is the lesson. And I will be very interested in seeing at 7 o'clock what's come out of that lesson for everybody. And if you're watching this after the fact, because it will be made available on YouTube as a specific 12-hour retreat playlist that you can take part of, one of many that I hope to do. Each retreat will cover a different sticking point. Today was all about judgment, self-judgment, self-condemnation, and learning to be compassionate, learning to align ourselves with higher consciousness. And then this evening we will meditate one more time after we've had one last discussion. So I believe everyone knows what they need to do. Much love, light to you all. Thank you for being here meditating with us this evening. Thank you for taking the time to work on yourself. When you do this, you help to work on the whole of humanity. In raising your own vibration, in raising your own conscious state, you contribute to the raising of the consciousness and the raising of the vibration of all of creation. Every member of our species, the planet, all of it. Thank you. Thank you for your gift. Namaste. Peace to you. Enjoy the exercise. Pour your heart into it, and your heart will return. Much love. We shall see you at 7 p.m.